Hi friends, my name is Simplicity, and in this video we are going over everything Dead by Daylight Five Nights at Freddy's. So check the timestamps below if you want to go to the power, gameplay, perks, lore, add-ons, any reactions during the dev stream, because I'll be reacting to that. It's all going to be here in this video. And if you like what you see today, please feel free to like and subscribe and leave a comment. It means so much. But let's get into it. I can't believe this is actually happening.
Without further ado, let's talk about Five Nights at Freddy's,
Everyone shut up.
Springtrap, and bring out our dear friend Jay Guzzo, the killer's designer.
Oh my gosh. Listen to that! What? And is this the terror radius? Hills. Hills! Bro. That is so unsettling. Or is that the menu? What is this? This sound design is insane. Insane.
So with that transition, let's get into Springtrap specifically
Let's go.
his gameplay.
Yeah, so
oh
one
my
of the
gosh.
goals for Springtrap was to figure out how to lean into those jump scares, which are kind of the thing about the Five Nights at
Yes,
Freddy's
jump
games,
scares, come on. Sorry, I'm nerding out.
Without making him just a straight up stealth killer, which was something we wanted to avoid.
Okay.
So I had this idea of doing something that we'd never really tried before, where we focus Springtrap kind of as a grab-based killer, because
Oh my-
PTB, they are inherently jump scares into themselves. With
He looks
it's
amazing.
right there. So we just kind of leaned into that and gave him more of those opportunities.
There he is right there on screen, by
there
the
he
way.
is, yeah,
I think we even have another one of him doing a little bit of a grab.
Yeah.
Yes.
And we gave him a pretty unique projectile, which is really cool. So Springtrap has two weapons. I get to finally announce. I know the community have been talking about it. So
Wait, he has
large
two
pizza knife
weapons?
as his main weapon, and a heavy fire axe as his power.
Wait, there were leaks about a projectile. That's
so, Let's talk about
insane.
the axe.
It was
how
real?
to use the axe. How's it different from projectiles that other characters in Dead by Daylight
There's
use?
no way.
Yeah, so it's a very unique. It's not going to play like any other projectile killer that you've tried before. We wanted to do something a little bit interesting with it. So if you throw the axe and it hits something in the environment, whether it's a missed shot or it's deliberate, it creates an AoE that lasts about 15 seconds. And if a survivor walks through it, you get killer instinct on them for a short period of time.
Okay.
If you hit a survivor with it, kind of gets lodged in their back while you're chasing.
Kind of have an axe lodged in their back.
Just a
No
little
big
bit.
deal.
No big deal.
So they can remove it manually, or they can do it quicker in co-op with a.
Has that ever
survivor.
happened in FNAF though?
As Springtrap, you can also retrieve it yourself. If you get in close, you can skip kind of the steps of downing the survivor and picking them up. You get in close to a survivor that has the axe embedded in them. You click the button, you grab the axe and the survivor at the same time. You get a cool little jump scare, and then you're carrying them on your shoulder.
That's cool.
A couple of little notes.
Oh, he
One
looks
of
so
them
good.
Is while you have your projectile available, you move at 4.4 meters per second. There he is.
There's a little glimpse of some jump scare action.
But once you've thrown the axe, you
That looks
actually move
incredible.
at 4.6 meters per second. It's something that we've never really done base kit
He
for
looks
a killer.
amazing.
It makes for some really interesting tactical choices, meaning that you have to recall the axe manually. It never comes back to you automatically unless you throw it out of the map, because you can make a mistake. But yeah, as long as it's in the environment,
The
or
detail.
survivor or whatever it is, you have to manually recall it.
So it lightens his load a little bit, makes him a bit faster.
Wow.
Perfect. So that brings us to another unique part of his gameplay, and I think super iconic to Five Nights at Freddy's, the security office. So let's get into that.
Wait,
Yeah. So it was really important
This is
for
gonna
us
be
to
so
give
cool.
the killer and the survivor a really kind of interesting shared experience in that
Yeah, this is what
space,
Dave was talking about.
which allowed us to also lean into the jump scares. And some of the ways we came up with was to introduce a security office, which is part of any trial that Springtrap is the killer. It's part of his power, but it acts as kind of a transitionary space. So we have 7 doors that appear randomly around the map at chest spawns.
Looks so good.
And these can
Yeah,
be used by
this.
survivors or killers to teleport around the map.
Very cool.
There be a door.
There it is. And survivors can also use them for surveillance. So as a survivor, you interact with the door. It brings up the camera view. You'll get the kind of iconic map view in the bottom right of all the different cameras.
That's so
On the bottom
sick.
left, you'll see your battery power, which we'll talk about in a second.
Wait, that's so
You can
cool.
see what's going on in the other doors. You can switch between doors. If you see something that, if it looks safe on the other end, you press the button.
No way.
Your character goes into the security office, and then it's kind of like a hands-off, almost like a theme park experience where you see this first-person view going through the office, which is really cool.
Whoa.
And one thing you mentioned, again, just in case we have new folks playing,
Shut the hell
regardless
up.
of what map you're playing on, this functionality, the security room will be there as long as Springtrap is the killer in the match.
Yeah, exactly. And
Wait, I missed that. Sorry, I was
As a
distracted.
survivor, if you happen to see Springtrap through a camera, if you train your camera on him for a few seconds, he'll be revealed for a little bit for the whole survivor team.
Oh, very cool. Okay.
And what about if, like, what if Springtrap goes in at the same time as a survivor goes in at a different door and they meet?
Yeah, so since they can both use the doors in the security office, we wanted to make sure that there was an opportunity for that interaction. So if a survivor is moving through that space from one door to the other, and Springtrap chooses one of those 2 doors, whether the one they're coming from or the one they're going to, he'll interrupt them in the security office for a fun little surprise.
Ooh. Awesome.
No!
I love all the little
Come
touches
on.
that the team has
This
planted
is
in there. Like
insane.
I think the fans are really going to love it.
Axe thing I think is weird,
this
though.
It mentioned the battery, managing the battery.
But everything else sounds
is
amazing.
part of this as well. So how's that work in DBD?
Yeah, what?
Yeah, so survivors share a universal battery. It's shared amongst all of them. It drains a little bit, kind of ticks down per second while you're using the cameras. We didn't want players to just be the man in the chair and just sitting there and telling all their friends. So it drains a little bit, using the teleporter to move around the map, takes off a big old chunk in one shot.
Okay.
And then you have to kind of manage that battery as a team. It slowly recharges on its own over time, but you have to kind of manage when and where you're using it. If the battery does run out, the security system, which is kind of the doors, the cameras, the office, goes into shutdown mode for 45 seconds. But Springtrap is not affected by the battery.
Yeah, so you can still use it?
The survivors have kind of overplayed their hand and they shut the security office down. They've kind of given up their one bit of power in this chapter.
Cool.
And Springtrap can still use the doors and bounce around.
Oh,
that's awesome.
Dangerous. Fantastic.
Oh my gosh.
Disabling the doors?
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
What?
So to go back to the axe, if the killer hits either a camera or a door, the whole thing, with their axe, that door and the camera becomes unavailable to survivors. They can't use it to teleport away, they can't teleport to that door, and they can't see through the camera that's disabled.
Got it.
When the killer retrieves it, that effect lingers a little bit. It becomes a really cool way of like, I need to scope this area out, but I don't want to be revealed or seen. You can disable the door, move around, use it to fake the survivors out.
Very
but
cool.
It's not permanent. The door can be used again after the axe has been
Yeah, there's some depth here.
Unless it's in shutdown, which means the survivors can't use it anyway.
Right.
Right.
Cool.
Oh my.
Okay, so speaking about moving around the map, which it sounds like we have a new exciting way to do that. One of the coolest things about the chapter, in fact, is the map. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza is now a new map, a new level within Dead by Daylight for DBD fans, specifically in the Withered Isle realm.
Okay, so it is Withered Isle realm.
Yeah, so the art team and the level design team, much like me, they did a ton of research, and like I don't say this just because we're doing the stream here, but it's becoming one of my favorite maps. I love it so much. In the same way that we worked hard at kind of integrating a lot of opportunities for jump scares into the killer gameplay, their team really wanted to make sure that they did the same when it comes to things like Easter eggs and scares around.
Let's go. That power sounds amazing, by the way.
Exploratory.
Okay, what else?
Get my hands on But are there going to be
Foxy
other
on Blight.
versions of Springtrap coming into the fog as well?
There is. We also have a Glitch Trap, a legendary outfit for Springtrap. Now, Glitch Trap first appeared in Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted, and its sequel, Help
That's
Wanted 2, where
cool.
he played a very crucial role in the story.
I'm not a huge fan of Glitch Trap personally, but that's really, really cool.
For both legendary outfits, when you unlock them, you'll receive a portrait badge of those characters as well. So a Glitch Trap portrait badge for Glitch Trap, and a yellow rabbit portrait with Matthew Lillard's likeness when you buy that as well.
That's so cool.
We also have two very rare outfits for Springtrap, which are both taken from Five Nights at Freddy's Special Delivery, the mobile AR game, which are Clown Springtrap and Toxic Springtrap. Now, Clown Springtrap is pulled pretty much straight from the game, looking just like fans will remember him, but we put our own twist on Toxic Springtrap to really make him our own. But that's not all. For the survivors out there who want to show their love for FNAF, there will be Freddy Fazbear's t-shirts available for all original survivors.
Good.
You can buy them individually or bundled together at a discount.
That would have been a missed opportunity if they hadn't done that.
Like the shirts, especially because it gives them this nice, cool.
Hey friends, we are here on PTB 9.0.0, and we are going to go through literally everything: perks, power, gameplay, lore, add-ons, all of it. And as you can see over here, play map showcase. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. We will go to that later. But for right now, I'm actually going to move my cam up here just so that we're not obstructing anything looking at Springtrap, because aka the animatronic. Here we go. This is it. Everyone shut the hell up. Oh my God!
Let's start this party.
Shut the hell up. First of all, that knife is effing huge. It's the original voice actor. I know that. He sounds amazing. What is this lobby music? Oh, wait! He just opened his mouth. What the hell? Also, can we just talk about the animatronic always comes back, bro? He always comes back. No. This sounds amazing. Listen, y'all, you have to let me take this in. This is... Oh, look at him! His full model! They cooked. They properly cooked. Ooh. The icons look good. I'm not gonna lie, I think they could look... I shouldn't complain. They look fine. 4.4, so he is slower, but we saw in the Real? I get it, bro. I get it. He's a slower killer because he's projectile, but he's also kind of stealth a little bit. He has a smaller tear radius, average height. Help wanted, of course. Of course. Yo, all of these names better be so damn good. Try as they might, you know how to stay one step ahead of your guests. Yo, when you damage a generator, it becomes compromised. When the compromised generator is completed, your successful basic attack cooldowns are 25% faster for 60 seconds, excuse me. You only think you are in control. Damn. Yo, this is really, really interesting. So you kick a gen. This is very much like that one singularity perk. You kick a gen when it's completed. Your cooldown is 25% faster. That's not bad. I'm not gonna lie, that's not my favorite, but it's okay. That could end up being really good, but let's move on. Phantom Fear, love that. You've always had a reputation for startling unsuspecting guests. When a survivor within your terror radius looks at you, they scream and you see their aura for 2 seconds. Ooh. This perk has a 60-second cooldown. Excellent. Your screams please me. Great quote. This is good. I like that it's really, really simple. Both of these are really simple. Neither of them are terribly difficult to understand. This one I like. I think this is good. This is pretty good info. I mean, obviously the survivor knows that you're coming because they're within your terror radius, but 24 meters isn't very much. And if you've got stealth perks tied with this, that's good. That's good. That's not bad at all. And last, but hopefully not least, Haywire. Interesting. For some reason, machinery has a habit of failing when you are near. Yeah, that's true. Exit gate switches with at least 50% progress regress at a rate of 50% of gate opening speed. While they are regressing, survivors see the exit gate lights flicker randomly. That's so cool. There will be no redemption for you. Oh my gosh. This is a really, really cool idea. Also, making the actual exit gates flicker, that's awesome. So, I mean, the whole point... So this perk, first of all, is going to be diabolical and as an endgame perk. Especially with certain other perks like No Way Out, Remember Me, Noed, like really anything that you could use. Like, even if they get to 50%, if you can interrupt them and it regresses, that's crazy. That is absolutely crazy. I like the perks. I think all of them are good. I don't think any of them are poorly designed. They're all simple, but I could see all of them genuinely being effective. And what I like maybe most is that all of them, as Matthew Cote said in the anniversary stream, feel very, very authentic. Like, these are perks I could see Springtrap, you know, having. And obviously he does. So this is fantastic. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
He has more than one? Yo, that laugh. You mean to tell me he has more than one? Let's watch this, Mori.
It's me.
Yes, it is you. Yes, sir. Say less. Okay.
Pathetic.
Damn. 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 Run that back immediately. Oh. Cinema. 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 Behavior. Y'all cooked. Y'all damn cooked. That was incredible. That was so damn good. Are you kidding me? That was amazing. We are going to read the lore now. Here's the lore. The animatronic. Deep within the abandoned Freddy Fazbear's pizza, William Afton... Sir, please calm down. Ran from the ghosts of his victims. He frantically put on his beloved Spring Bonnie costume, the disguise he wore while committing his heinous crimes, to hide from the pursuing spirits. But fate had different plans for Afton. So something activated the spring locks within the Spring Bonnie costume. Metal clamped against metal, piercing the murderer and trapping him in his costume as he screamed. The checkerboard floor rose up to meet him, and everything went black. Thus was Springtrap born, from the death of a murderer. I wonder if Scott wrote this. I wouldn't be surprised if he did, to be honest. He awoke to a familiar sound, his body a pillar of agony. The ghosts that had tormented him were gone. Oh, so the whole... Okay, so the entity straight up took him, like, as... right after he got spring locked? Like the first time? That's crazy. The walls surrounding him were decomposing, the floor beneath him falling away in moldy patches. How much time had transpired since the spring locks tore through his body and fixed him within his costume? The urge to kill lingered within him still, the thirst long left unquenched. The sound filled his ears again, children's laughter. Were children playing in the kitchen? Springtrap rose to his feet, adjusting to his new body, and marched towards the sounds. He picked up speed as he moved. Walking turned to running. He rushed into the kitchen and found nothing. No children, no games, no laughter. Just a swirling mass of black fog enveloping the far wall. Or is this when he gets taken then? Springtrap examined the fog. Curiosity tightened his grip on him. As he stared into the darkness, his distinted, I don't know how to say that, eyes could see shapes emerge within the fog. Who were they? It didn't matter. They were his victims now. Somehow, he knew the hunt could go on forever. All he had to do was step into the fog. Very nice. So very, very simple. Just right after he was spring locked, he heads into the kitchen. There's some fog along the back wall, and he heads in. The entity shows him survivors and is like, hey, you could, here's a treat for you, if you will. Also, before we go on to the add-ons, love the lore. I forgot, we need to read the power. I know they talked about it, but we're going to read it anyway. Okay? The animatronic lived to kill, even when his mechanical costume became his tomb. Special ability, Fire Axe. And this is Fazbear's Fright, which is a solid name. I support. I'm going to be so real right off the bat. Springtrap having an axe for his power, personally, if it's what's best for gameplay, and obviously the fact that it's here means that it's approved by Scott, which means that at least to a degree it is canon. So I don't really think anyone should truly be complaining. If you are, womp womp. I do think it's a little strange, only because I don't recall seeing Springtrap ever using an axe in anything that we've seen him in before. But Scott approved this, which means it's canon, so I support it. The animatronic is armed with a fire axe that he can throw at survivors. If the axe hits a survivor, the weapon becomes embedded in them, leaving the survivor vulnerable. Survivors must remove the axe before they can be healed. I see. Okay, but I can presume he only has one. Special map feature, security system. At the start of the trial, 7 security doors respond randomly throughout the map. These doors can be accessed by both survivors and the animatronic. Each security door has a camera attached to it. Interacting with the door gives the survivor access to the camera view, allowing the survivor to cycle through every camera in the map. Travel to the door they are currently looking through and potentially reveal the animatronic's aura to the team. Using the cameras and doors too often will deplete the limited battery power available, forcing survivors to wait until the system reboots. The animatronic may travel between security doors with or without battery power. Love that. And they talked about this in the stream, which is why I'm not surprised. If the animatronic enters a security door, they may choose to exit from any other door in the map. Oh. So if the animatronic enters a security door, they may choose to exit from any other door in the map. Good to know. So he doesn't have to choose specifically which door he's going to exit from. He can just go in and then choose whichever one he wants. Moving to a door already in use by a survivor... Moving to a door already in use by a survivor will cause the animatronic to grab that survivor, and causing a jump scare, I can only presume. Yeah, we love to see it. Let's go ahead and head over to a custom... Okay, we're going to look at your add-ons, sir, and we're going to read through all of them, okay? So, again, if you don't want to stay through this, feel free to check the timestamps to skip forward. I may or may not know all of the references. I am a fan of FNAF. I'm not one of the crazy hardcore fans, but I do like FNAF quite a bit. So hopefully I'll get most of these references. If I don't get all of them, sue me. Rotten pizza, love to see it. Food poisoning is no laughing matter. Increases the duration of Killer Instinct from the axe by 50%. Okay, restaurant menu. The lamination is peeling and crusty. How appetizing. Decreases the minimum time required to retrieve an axe embedded in the environment by 10%. Okay, help wanted ad. Love that. Very iconic. We all need a little help sometimes. While winding up an axe throw, see a preview of the starting trajectory. Okay, I imagine this could be very helpful, especially while learning the projectile ability. Greasy paper plate. It sticks to everything it touches. No amount of soap can wash it off. Increases the time required for survivors to remove the axe by 10%. Okay. Streamers. Love that. Employees would throw them over the rafters for a quick decoration. Increases the speed at which you travel through security doors by 20%. Okay. I mean, granted, I don't know how fast it is normally, so I don't know how helpful that is, but I imagine it would be helpful. Security guard's badge. The badge comes with certain privileges for whoever carries it. When exiting a security door after a teleport, gain the undetectable status effect for 50% longer. So it didn't detail in the power that when the animatronic exits a door, that he gets the undetectable status effect. I feel like they probably should have said that. Those are the types of details that I think are helpful, especially for newer players. But obviously the add-on gives us a hint on that. So I imagine, I could be wrong, but I imagine this will be a pretty good add-on, just based off of a first impression. Ripped curtain. Taken from Pirate's Cove, love that. Caught on the animatronic that lived there. Okay, so caught on Foxy, which we still haven't seen Foxy anywhere. Like, is Foxy going to be in the map, I presume? When an axe hits a survivor, they gain the hemorrhage and mangle status effect for 70 seconds. Okay, pretty standard. There's almost always an add-on like this for killers. Having hemorrhage and mangled makes sense. Party hat. The party never ends, no matter how much they beg. Yep. When an axe is embedded in the environment, increases its area of effect radius to 250% over 3 seconds. And that area of effect, I know if survivors are in that area, you get Killer Instinct. Decreases the duration of the area of effect by 50%. I see. Okay. Office phone. Love that. He tried to leave messages as a warning. He didn't last long either. Oof. Survivors within 12 meters of a survivor with an embedded axe gain the oblivious and, if injured, broken status effects. Okay, not bad. This seems pretty situational, but I could see that being good. Purple guy drawing, man. Good reference. Love to see that. He only takes 10 seconds to draw. While a survivor has an axe embedded in them, any rushed... Sorry, every time he looks back, I can't. While a survivor has an axe embedded in them, any rushed interactions they perform reveal their aura to you for 4 seconds. That seems pretty good. Like, I imagine this could be really good to help down. Like, this is effectively... Again, I'm really horrible with naming perks off the fly, even though I've been playing this game for 6 years. By Ghostface, the one where you vault and you can see... Or if the survivor vaults and you can see their aura. That's pretty good. Freddy's hat. Gabriel trusted the wrong grown-up. Now he's the star of the show. That's unfortunate. Increases the axe's weight while throwing by 100%. I see. Okay, so this would greatly change how it feels to throw that axe in the projectile. Very interesting. Okay. Foxy's hook. A pirate's hook that seems more menacing than playful. Players within range of the axe's area of effect gain 10% haste for 6 seconds. Oh, just players. Everyone. Very interesting. Okay. That's interesting. Chica's bib. Love that. A good way to keep Mr. Cupcake from making a mess. That's okay. Love that. Survivors within the axe's area of effect gain the exhausted status effect for 5 seconds. Okay. I like that. That could be good. They're putting a lot of emphasis on this axe, so getting... learning how to use this axe is paramount, it would seem. Bonnie's guitar strings. Okay, so all of the blue add-ons, we've got Afton, and then our 4 main animatronics. Worn strings that are off-tune and liable to snap. Unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability. While moving between security doors, the repair progress of generators can be determined by the intensity of their auras. Okay, they've done add-ons like this before, and this could be good. I think it depends on how quickly you move through those doors, and where the doors are placed. Like, if they are well placed by gens, because it's said that the doors were placed randomly, but sometimes, like, they could have still intentionally made it such that they are placed somewhere near gens, but that could also be really strong, so who knows. Loot bag. Open the bag and see what goodies are inside. While a survivor has an axe embedded in them, so this is almost all of these are about the axe, they gain the incapacitated status effect. Okay, we haven't seen that in a little bit because incapacitated is pretty broken. Exit gates will be blocked for them. Whoa, okay. Loot bag is an interesting one because if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure Springtrap can only have one axe, like, active doing something, like in the environment, in a door, or in a survivor, like only one axe at a time. I guess I could be wrong about that. It doesn't really clarify, but I think it's only one, which means, and if that's the case, then this is a great way to basically just secure. Incredibly rude. Okay, that was incredibly rude. Let's move on. Well, actually, so just wanted to say about loot bag really quickly. So being incapacitated, meaning you can't heal, you can't really work on anything. Being incapacitated is crazy. So this is a way for Springtrap to kind of just keep a survivor in the trial. Like, that is pretty crazy. Endo CPU, love that. Greater computing power for greater efficacy. While within the axe's area of effect, pallets, breakable doors, and generators break 25% faster. Oh, I see. This effect lingers for 5 seconds after leaving the area of effect. This could be paired really nicely with Brutal Strength, I imagine, provided that that stacks. That could be a really, really good combination. Celebrate poster. Love that. Okay. The celebration lasts all night long, or until no one is left. After an axe is embedded in a survivor, both you and that survivor gain 20% haste and vault 20% faster. This effect ends if the axe is removed, or if the distance between you and the survivor exceeds 32 meters. Very interesting. Okay, this add-on is arguably one of the most interesting, I would say, in his whole lineup, only because, from what I understand, this could be used in a lot of really interesting ways. Like, if it's not a coordinated swift, right? And you get an axe in someone's back, and this person, and you intentionally just chase them, they could give you haste to run towards a gen or something. You know what I mean? Like, that's a really, really interesting add-on. I could see that being used in a lot of interesting ways. Access panel, love that. Gaining control over the security doors is key to getting the job done. Your axe gains the ability, to travel through security doors. Wait, your axe gains the ability to travel through security doors and will exit straight through the connected security door. Yo, this add-on is crazy. Again, I kind of need to see how the security doors behave in real time. But this, like, the jump scare potential here is awesome. And here we are at the iridescent add-ons. Very excited for both of these. Iridescent remnant makes sense. Molten metal. In the right hands, it's the key to immortality. Love this for an iridescent. Here for that. Upon moving to a security door, windows and upright pallets within 16 meters of the destination door are blocked for 8 seconds. Okay, so this would obviously be an immediate signal to survivors that Springtrap just emerged nearby in the security door. So it does give Springtrap away, and it's only 16 meters, so even if Springtrap is undetectable, I'm not sure how strong this will be if survivors are paying attention. Like, if they're paying attention to windows and pallets, then in my mind, this is pretty easily counterable. You see them getting blocked, you immediately run in the opposite direction of the security door, provided that you know where it is. So I could see that being countered pretty easy. Fazcoin. Collecting these tokens comes with a price. Upon throwing the axe, your terror radius is copied to the axe until it is reclaimed. I see. You gain the undetectable status effect for 10 seconds. Yeah, that's pretty good. I could see this being very good for a quick ambush. Like you're in chase, you hit someone with the axe, or maybe you're even not in chase. You throw the axe, it hits someone, because I don't know how far you can throw it. But let's presume that you can hit someone with the axe, like at a distance, while they're working on a gen, and they don't know, they don't see it coming. The terror radius is on them, and now you have 10 seconds to make some type of ambush on someone else. You know what I mean? Like, that could be... I like this one. That one's good. Okay, we have gone through the add-ons, the power, the perks, the Mori. The only thing left to do is look for the offering. Okay, let's look at the map. Here it is. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The rotting brainchild of a sadistic murderer still stands over the grassy plains. A place of joy for some, and unspeakable terror for others. Do not let the bright colors and parlor tricks deceive you. Many have died within these walls, and many more will die still. Okay, here we go. That was sick. Okay, here we are. This is a custom match against bots. I'm not really focused on winning right now. I'm more focused on the map and just checking how everything works. Oh, very cool. Basic attack. Let's ready and aim. Whoa. Okay, here's the area of effect. It looks like it lasts for a little... Oh, it just sits there. So how... Can I just reclaim it no matter where I am? Oh. Very cool. Oh, whoa! Okay, there's gonna be little Easter eggs all around the map. I know that. Let's start this. So I know while this is hit, survivors cannot use it, which is really, really interesting. So they're over there, that's fine. Now, let's go ahead and check this out. Select door. Whoa! Okay, this is sick. Let's come over to 4. Move to door. Oh, that's awesome. Where the hell am I? Whoa. Just want to go in through the front and see how it looks. I know I'm not going to get all of the Easter eggs, but wow, look at this. Okay, let's head in. Okay, here's the lobby. Very nice. I hear a phone. Whoa, look at this. It's so cool. Oh, here's the kitchen. How far can you throw this, I wonder? Whoa, it like broke off the ceiling. Did y'all see that? Or like ricocheted? So let's reclaim that. Here's the animatronics. I really thought the animatronics would perform when you finish the center gen. Maybe they just perform when you finish all of the gens. Let's come into the arcade. See what this looks like. Whoa. Oh, look at this. Oh, this looks amazing. The drawings, the clock. Yeah, they're gonna finish all those gens, that's fine. I should have just done one survivor, but look at this. I just really want to take everything in. Can you go into the ball pit? It doesn't look like you can. What does that sound? Oh, they can see me. They're looking at me, I think. Through the security. There's a leg in there. Also Freddy's head. But see that leg over there, y'all? Look at that. There's a leg. And an arm. That's unfortunate. Okay. And then this comes out back here. So let's come back in and just check out everything else. What's in here? Oh, a bathroom. Oh, Lord. Okay, that goes back outside. Look at this. This is cool. Okay, so we're in here. Let's check out the kitchen. Whoa. This reminds me of Into the Pit a little bit. Yo, the burners being on. This looks amazing. And then, yeah, this just connects back outside. Looks like we've got a shack over there. That's fine. I'll probably restart this with one bot survivor just to get like a chase and kind of see how it feels. Where is the security room or whatever? Yeah, back here. So we've got, oh, like a mini stage here as well. And a side room over here. Yo, look at this. Okay, and this just goes outside. Yeah, they're all gonna leave. I'll just restart this with just one survivor so that they can't leave as fast. Oh, look at the little Foxy plush. That's so cool. Oh, interesting vault here. And then here's the security room that connects to this back hallway and the stage. I see. Very cool. Okay. Ooh. There's his end game animation. Very, very cool. I'm gonna go right back in just to check a couple things in the pizzeria one more time and just to get into a chase, but I'm just gonna do like maybe 2 survivors instead of 4 so that they're not leaving as quickly. Okay, here we go again. This time we're gonna go straight for, oh, so this is door number 1. I see. So let's select the door. And this time we're gonna go, I'm pretty sure this is the pizzeria, so let's go there. I'm undetectable, but these are bots, so they saw me immediately. The chase music! Yo! Okay. Whoa. Okay. The clean animation, the basic attack, the chase music, everything about that was so damn cool. We saw her aura because of the one perk on the left there. I don't remember which one that's called, but she looked at me and so I saw her aura. Let's get a hook animation, see how this looks. Oh, we can come on stage. I didn't come up here before. Whoa, that looks awesome as hell. Let's get a break animation. I like that one kick. And so now we have our gen kick perk activated, so that's compromised, and when it's finished, our basic attack cooldowns will decrease. I have no idea where the Trevor would have gone, but we're gonna actually play this time. Actually, you know what? First, before we do that, let's look at this room over here. I feel like we didn't get an adequate look at it. So here's an endoskeleton. It looks really, really cool with a bunch of guts in there. Oh, the eyes! Look, the eyes are moving. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, look at all the blueprints. This is, oh, and here's my axe. I haven't reclaimed it yet. I'm gonna let him get the save on her, if I can, because I want to do another chase and I don't want it to be over so quickly. So we're gonna come in this door and come out that one. So let's go in here and let's move to this door. This is pretty fast. Yo, let's go. Okay, break pallet. Ooh, I like that. Okay, let's see if we can lodge this into him to see what that looks like. Oh, that's a really good vault. Oh, that's a nasty loop. Let's see what the... Okay, interesting. Okay, he can only loop it one more time, though. So he'll do that. Or not. Okay, let's see if we can get him with our axe here. No. But will he avoid it? Where did he go? Oh, he went out this way. So reclaim it. Yo, he's juicing me. Bots, especially when you don't quite know what you're doing, they can juice. Okay, well, locker grab animation. Not gonna lie, that was pretty basic. I think the locker grab animation could have been better. And I'm not trying to be overly critical. Oh, I'm not trying to be overly critical. I just think this is Springtrap. Like, everything should be super unique, and I didn't really feel like that was terribly unique. Okay, so she's right over here. Let's see. Oh, interesting. I want to see what this looks like when we lodge it into the survivor, so we're gonna recall this. Okay, oh, so you can down with it. I feel like that was not clear, but you can. That's really good to know. Also, we have a Mori. Let's go ahead and see that in game. Sorry, girly pop. That Mori is so good. Oh, here he is. Oh, I felt like that was close. That had to have been close, right? Yeah, I want it down with my power, because it said there's a jump scare, right? Oh, but they have to be healthy for that. Okay, well, let's Mori, and then hopefully we can see that. I'll try and get that in the video at some point.
You're mine now.
So good. Okay, he's lodged. So now we need to get close enough to reclaim it. Grab axe. Okay, I mean, that was cool, don't get me wrong. I love that he has a cool little animation like that. I don't know that I would consider that... I guess that would only be a jump scare if you could kind of like catch them off guard, you know? But that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Let's go into a survivor match. Okay, here we are. Definitely facing Springtrap. We're going straight in here because I want him to find us. I also want to see what it's like to use these doors, so that's what we're going to do. We'll listen to that. Okay, let's come in here. Oh. Whoa. This is crazy. Look at this. Oh. How do we... Oh my gosh! What the hell just happened? We went in at the same time. I don't know if the interaction was a little buggy or not. It seemed like it may have been, but that was cool. I'm glad we got to showcase that. Please heal me. Thanks, babes. I'm not gonna lie, all I want to do is use this door. So we're gonna use it again. Switch to... How do I... Oh. How do I go through access security door? Here we go. Whoa. That's cool. I don't know that I chose... Oh, I chose which one I was... Okay, based off of where I was looking. Got it. Okay, he's back over there at all of them. Oh, okay. He has the axe lodged in Ada. They're right there, girly pop. Time to run. Oh, he got me. He got me. Oh my gosh. I expected him to come from that direction and he still scared me, bro. What the hell? He hid the red stain perfectly. Damn, brother. I just got cooked. I got cooked twice in a row. Bro. Oh, that was good though. Oh, see, that's what I want from Springtrap. Even though that had nothing to do with his power, I don't think that was him just being sneaky. But man, that's what I'm here for. Oh, nice. We can see his aura. He's going into the door. Now, where the hell did he go? I kind of want him to chase us, just for the sake of it. What does his terror radius sound like? Oh, nice. Okay, let's see what we can do. That's a nasty window, I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, I need to remove it myself. Okay, well, we have decisive, so it's fine. Nice. Okay, there's his stun animation. Oh, he did not like that. Let's see if we can run him in here. Come up on stage. Oh, he can down me with that. Yo. This is just one of the coolest things that Dead by Daylight has ever done. Say what you want, but this is so damn cool. This is just so damn cool. But y'all, let me know what you think of this chapter in the comments. I'm seeing some. I've already like in the wait times, and when I've had to restart the PTB a few times, I've been looking at Reddit and X and YouTube just to see what some people are saying. I'm seeing some mixed comments. For some reason, I mean, PTB is always going to be a little buggy, so I'm not talking about those comments. I'm talking about comments about the content. People not being satisfied with the power, or with whatever else, or people being upset, about them not showing gameplay in the dev stream. Y'all, the PTB literally just came out so that you can play it. Like, people will always find something to complain about, even when they deliver on the one thing that people have been asking for years. So behavior, I think y'all absolutely cooked. This looks amazing. I know I didn't, well, no, it was on the stream. The cosmetics look incredible. The cosmetics look so good. And I think everything just looks really good. The map looks amazing. His voice lines are great. His power is really, really unique, really, really interesting. The axe is the only thing that I'm kind of like, I'm not sure I get where that's coming from, unless that's Scott saying, hey, this is me letting you know as a community that this is what Afton uses. Like, he uses both of these weapons, in which case I support it. So I think the power is really, really unique, really, really interesting. I'm here for it. And yeah, with all of that being said, y'all, I don't think I have anything else to showcase. Keep on the lookout. If you liked this content, y'all, if you liked what you saw today, I will be putting out a video that's either an hour or 2 hours long of playing as and or going against Springtrap here on the PTB. So stay tuned for that. That'll either be coming out on the night of the PTB tonight or sometime tomorrow morning. So yeah, please remember to like and comment and subscribe. It really means a lot to me and my channel as I'm trying to, build myself a little bit. So remember, have courage and be kind, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.